You're watching the Touchliner Podcast. Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner Podcast, Season 2, Episode 14. Ben, hello, how you doing?
Good evening. How are we? I'm very well.
That's great. You just asked yourself a question and answered it. That's good. I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Mm.
It's been an interesting week. It's been an interesting week.
Uh-huh.
For the Touchliner. Obviously, there's been an international break. We thought, you know what? Nothing interesting is gonna happen. We're just gonna go about our lives. But earlier
Until
this week or last week now, I met Theodore Baker.
we
Can
got the
you
cosign. We got the pitch side cosign. Up
can
the
you believe it?
touchliners, he said. Not even the touchliner. Up the touchliners. Brett.
Respect to him. He's given us the seal of approval. He said he's gonna look out for our podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to,
He's
let's be
just not.
honest.
But listen, guys,
But
I talked to him. He's a really sound guy. Like he was there for like a Gymshark event. I talked to him for like 5-10 minutes. He bought me a
my
protein
protein.
shake. Yeah, my protein event. Bought me a shake. And we talked about football.
Damn.
And I managed to catch 2 minutes of our conversation. And here it is. Hey guys, I've run into someone.
Yes.
Theo Baker.
Up the touchliners.
Yes. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League this season?
Premier League, contrary to many beliefs, we're going with Arsenal.
Still. You still think so?
Look, City are probably going to run away with it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if there's anyone to do it, Arsenal. I think it'll be Arsenal, City,
Yeah.
Liverpool, maybe Spurs sneak
You
forward.
think
So
Spurs-
If they buy players in January and they get injuries back,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Four.
Okay, fair enough. Champions League, what do you
So
think?
Champions League, I at the start of the season went for Real Madrid,
Okay.
and I still think Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham, man.
Bellingham is him, bro.
He is.
Bellingham, it's him,
Yeah,
bro.
he is the one. I think Real Madrid. I think they can do it.
You think
the Champions League merch?
No, it's true. It's true. So you don't think City are going to retain it, despite the squad and how good they
It's
are?
either going to be City or Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Let's face it, right?
I mean, yeah.
or Arsenal.
Do you actually think that? I'd hope not.
I'm going to stick with my gun. I said Real Madrid at the start of the season. I'll stick with Real Madrid.
Okay, fair enough. And I know you've got Lewis Bowden on the pitch side. I've got Ben Chapman. So, any message to Ben Chapman?
Is he as deluded as Lewis?
Almost, yes.
Does he think Newcastle are going to win the Premier League, Champions League?
He thinks Newcastle will win the Premier League in the next 5 years, I think.
That's not.
Yeah. It's not horrible. It's not horrible.
It's not horrible.
No.
I don't mind that shout. It depends if they continue to go strength to strength.
Yeah.
Will they get top 4? No. Will they get top 5? No. Will they get top 6? No. I think
Really?
maybe 7.
Seventh.
I think Villa finish higher than them. Spurs, I think Man United might even finish higher than them. Chelsea could claw it back.
Yeah?
I think if you're a Newcastle fan right now, you're probably not going to get out of group in the Champions League either. You'd be lucky to win Europa League, get your Europa League spot. Get your Europa League spot.
I think that's ideal for them, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, thanks for your thoughts on this. Thanks for featuring on the Touchliner.
come on, boys.
Thanks. So, yeah, that was...
And we're back.
we're back.
You just saw Theo giving his Champions League predictions, his top 4 predictions. Appreciate Josh baiting me out and saying, "Yeah, I'm completely delusional." That was great of my best friend of 10 years to say that to a celebrity. By the way, just trying to get himself on pitch side while I sit here in a different country, not able to do jack shit.
No, listen, right. I said you're not as bad as Lewis Bowden, which is true. I don't think anyone can be as bad as Lewis Bowden. But I also realized, I told you later, I told him your full name. I never told him my name. He doesn't know my name.
It's Ben Chapman. He knows Ben Chapman. He says, "You've got Lewis Bowden. I've got Ben Chapman."
I did say that.
But who's this guy? We don't even know who he is.
Didn't even say my name, I was just literally, when I first met him, I literally just stared at him for 5 seconds. I was like, I'm sorry, it's just weird seeing you in person because I've been watching you for ages. And he's like, oh yeah, no.
Seen this guy in the old Joe Weller videos, the old ones.
Yeah, Malfoy.
Crazy.
Malfoy. Yeah. But
crazy, man.
Shout out to Theo Baker.
Yeah. Shout out.
Absolutely.
He's definitely watching. Let's be honest. He's definitely watching. Out of our 10 viewers, he's up there. He's number 1. He waits for these uploads every week now.
That's going in the title. Meeting Theo Baker has to be there.
Yes, has to
But
be there. Not for the clicks. We'd never do that.
no, obviously not. We're okay by ourselves, you know. We'll watch the pitch side, guys.
But we will take any money that the Fellas Studio is offering to start, you know, our own little podcast in their studio. If that was on the table, we wouldn't say no.
Give me like 12 quid an hour. I'm there.
Oh, mate, yeah, genuinely. I'd do it for 10 quid an hour minimum. That's literally below minimum wage for me, and I'd do it.
Yeah,
that is so funny.
That would be sick. But yeah, that's those were his takes. Those were his opinions. Have your opinions changed in the opening 2-3 months of this season?
Well, let's be honest. You know, he said that my take of Newcastle winning the Champions League within the next 5 years.
Premier League.
Was it? Okay. No. You said Premier League or Champions League.
I think so.
In the video.
I think so. Yeah.
He said that's not that crazy, and I don't think it is that crazy.
That's not ridiculous to say.
No, because listen, Pep's not going to be here in 5 years' time. He's just not. Like, there's no way he's going to stay. Like, what else is there to do? What, win the treble back to back? Maybe that's what he's going for. But like, even if he does that this season, he's not staying in 5 years. You know, he's just not.
No, he's not.
No way. So, you know, that leaves space because then a new manager's gonna come in. They're gonna be in a transitional phase, trying to work out how to play new football. You know, manager's gonna bring in players. He will get rid of some other players. So that's City in the mud for a season for sure. They won't be pushing. And then it's between Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, United. And United are a little bit shaky right now. I said this to Josh. I said that state-owned clubs are bound to succeed. It's just like it. I know there has been times in the past where, you know, sheikhs have invested in clubs and it's not gone well. But I think nowadays, like the way that it's set up, they're pretty much set up to succeed, and they can infinitely pump money into the clubs. So Newcastle are only going to go up from where they are. Yeah, they might have a season off, but it's not crazy to say that bigger trophies are on the horizon. I mean, this season should just be focusing on, you know, like not getting bottom half and hopefully pushing for a Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
But besides that, like, we're bound to succeed. We're bound to succeed. Like, it's just
I think time. So. I think so. If you've been financially honest in this so far, and you know you keep going in this way,
and it seems like we have been, right? It seems that we have been, because we're not splashing out big, you know. We're not like doing the Robinho signings and trying to sign Micah Richards on a 100K a week for 5 years kind of deal. Like, we're not splashing that kind of money out.
Yeah,
Micah Richards.
No, it's different. It's different. What's going on at Newcastle is something that everyone is obviously keeping tabs on. And yeah, I think the next 5 years. The thing is, that's not your most ridiculous take. When he said that, that's just the first thing that came to my head. So I couldn't just be like, hold on, let me think about his worst take.
Tell me what the most ridiculous one is. Tell me.
I need time to think because I haven't thought about it. I just remember thinking, I could have said so many other things. But
what, Newcastle being the 9th best team in the world?
There you go. See that one?
No, because Tom Garrett backed it.
To be fair, yeah, but that's Tom 10. Garrett though. The thing is, 10. Right? It's opinion, and also if it's recency bias. If you go on this season, maybe, but like,
yeah.
Anyway, so nothing's changed. You still think City are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League? Oh, Ben's gone. Oh, he's back.
No, I'm here. Don't worry. You left. It wasn't me.
No,
it was you.
Left.
You left.
Whatever. All right. So you think that the City will win the Premier League and the Champions League still?
Yeah, because Real Madrid, mate, they're plagued with injuries as well, aren't they? And they're main contenders. Courtois injured, Militao's injured. Who else? Carvajal's injured, right?
I don't know. I think so.
They
just got Bellingham, and they're playing. Yeah, they've got. Who have they got up front? Joselu, right?
Yeah, they've got Joselu up front. Yeah. So it's like
Newcastle legend. Wow.
Bro, do you remember how bad this guy was at Newcastle? And he's playing up front, starting for Real Madrid now. Like, that just shows that maybe that just shows that sometimes the Premier League is just not for certain players.
Yeah,
And they
facts.
are really top talent, but it's just never going to work. Like, do you think Thomas Muller could come to the Premier League and play,
Yeah.
or like Musiala could come and play for like Arsenal, or like, I just don't think it would work, you know? Like, look at Havertz. Maybe Havertz is going to be really good in like the Bundesliga. Like,
Mm,
I genuinely think he would have a good time there, but
yeah.
it's just not worked out for him in the Prem. And I guess you could say the same about like Werner. Like, he was up for playing 3 different positions before he came to Chelsea. Then he came and he couldn't bag a fucking single goal for like ages. He was shocking in front of goal. So I don't know. Like, maybe like when we say like, "Oh, Premier League's the best league in the world," I think it is the best league in the world for standard of football. But I
Yeah.
just don't think it suits all players down to the ground. You know?
Yeah. No, that's facts, man. It's facts. Like, could Xavi and Iniesta? I don't know. I do think that they would have done well, but to that level, where they've ticked so well in the team when you've got like that time, you had teams like Stoke, kind of just smashing into you, Sunderland,
Yeah.
like just breaking
It's a
you up.
different level of physicality as well.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you might have 1 or 2 hard men in La Liga. Like, obviously, like Sergio Ramos, like Pepe, like
yeah.
these guys like came to hurt you. But like that's just normal in the Premier
Hmm.
League. Like that is the standard for like even some of the lower clubs, like the more English clubs that are filled with more English players. Like that is just more normal.
Hmm. Oh, nice. He's being told to shut up. You're being too loud, trying to go to sleep. And he's back. Is
I've,
that is
I've
that is
been
that
here.
it? You're being too
I've been
loud.
here.
No, I know.
No,
I said. Oh, okay, okay, interesting. Anyway, yeah.
I know.
So back to the topic. I want because Theo actually gave us a top 7. Well, a rough top 7 prediction. So what's your top 6 or 7 update now? See if it's changed.
Top 7. City, obviously going to win the league.
Yep,
Let's be
fine,
honest.
fine.
Okay.
And
Damn. Liverpool.
yeah, I back that too.
Yeah. Arsenal.
Okay.
Oh, this could.
Don't you
Oh,
dare.
this could
Don't you
backfire.
dare. Don't you dare
No,
do
no, no, no.
this.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. I just think Chelsea are really going to start cooking for the rest.
Really? You know that's
Yeah,
not ridiculous.
it's not ridiculous.
I actually don't think that's ridiculous. I think you might be onto something there.
I think Chelsea might scrape top 4. Top
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arsenal 5th.
You said Arsenal third.
Did I?
Yeah.
Who am I missing out? Oh, Tottenham 5th, sorry. Because they're going to fall off with injuries and stuff now that Madison's out for months until January or whenever he's out till. Then, can Villa make 6th? Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about United as well. Fuck. Damn. This is tough. I should have thought about this before. You should have told me to think about this. I
Oh,
don't
you
think Man
know,
United
to
are
be
going
fair.
I don't think United are going to crack top 5. Yeah, I think United 6th. Uh, Villa 7th, Newcastle 8th. I just had to include Newcastle in there. Like, even though we
Wait,
said top 7.
so you said City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham at 4th.
No, Chelsea at 4th.
Chelsea, Tottenham, United,
Chelsea, yeah,
Villa, Newcastle. So no
Newcastle.
Brighton.
No, Brighton.
That's interesting. I
Mm.
agree with the top 3.
I should
Then
have. If you'd given me time to think about it, that
yeah,
was off the
yeah.
dome. Give me
Nah,
time to
that's
think about it.
I didn't think about it either. I just
That's
wrote it
just
down.
first thoughts.
When I think about this, I just write it down. So I Arsenal at 3rd. I think the top 3 is set. And then 4th,
Yeah,
I'd probably put. You know what? I'd probably
don't
put. I'd
let him.
probably. The thing is, you have two schools of thought here, right? With this Tottenham team. Oop, did you hear what I said?
Tottenham, you know.
Yeah, I said you have no. I said you have two schools of thought with this Tottenham team. Are they going to succumb? Are they going to like with these injuries and just not come back and look the same, or are they going to pick up where they left off because this manager is so like he's instilled his values and way of
Mm.
playing in these players? I'm going to say that because it looks
And
like he's
also,
cooking.
they're going to sign in January as well.
Yeah, they should. You know, if you
They're gonna
build on this
recruit.
team, yeah, I'm going to say Tottenham fourth. You know, and then I'll put United fifth.
Of course he does.
It's
Of
only
course he
one
does.
place above where you put it, so it's not ridiculous.
It's
It's
not
just
ridiculous.
it's not a ridiculous thing to say. I think top five because now with the new format, it looks like it'll be top five for Champions League. So I think we'll scrape that.
Mm.
A bit of me hopes we don't because that would mean we actually invest because that's how the Glazers work. Um, but I think we'll get fifth, and then I think Newcastle will still get sixth, and then Chelsea because I don't think they'll get it. I think they'll get
Ooh.
it together later, but it'll be too late. I think the
Mm.
teams that have already qualified for top four, because obviously Chelsea have, but not this squad. So yeah,
Mm.
I'd put Chelsea at seventh. Villa and Brighton, with their European ventures as well as the injuries, I don't see it panning out
Yeah,
well.
I forgot. Like most of Newcastle's players are going to be coming back in January as well. Like
Business
that's
end.
just at the beginning. Yeah, like could we make a push for top five? Like
I think
I
you
don't
could.
know.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's hopeful. It's hopeful to say that for sure.
Nah,
But I'm going
I
to
think it's more
yeah,
likely than you
stick
think.
with stick with eighth because we'll probably focus on like the winning a trophy and just I don't think the league is that important to Eddie. Obviously, he wants Champions League football, but is he going to be able to get it realistically this season? Probably not. So,
Wise words. Let's see. Let's see. So we have a couple of what's it called? Lists?
oh
Lists to
god,
go through.
this is so bad,
One from
so
me and
bad.
one from you. Your idea,
Mm,
your list that you came up with. You just came in like, oh, my team's
yeah,
shit.
yeah, it is. My team is shit. To be
So
clear,
we got two lists. So Ben, we'll go with Ben. So Ben messages me and he's like, Josh, put together your underrated Premier League 11. And I was like, okay, Ben, anything you say. So I did it.
yes.
You've
Was
done
it
yours.
for
So
this season and last season?
yeah, both lists are
Make
for this
that clear.
season and last season.
Okay.
So do you want to go through your whole list or do you want to go position by position?
I think position by position,
Okay. Okay.
easier to
Let's
compare. Easier to compare.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
Starting goal.
I'll start now. Let's just hear my
So
reasoning for this.
stupid. He has to explain himself first. Something so stupid.
Let me hear my let just hear me out for this, okay? In goal, I've got Nick Pope.
Oh my gosh, he's not underrated.
Hear me out. How has he not been selected into the England squad? Let's just
But
think about that.
fair. Yeah, I agree. I
How
agree.
Ramsdale has not played a minute of football this season. Sam, who the fuck is Sam Johnstone or whatever his flipping name
He's had a
is?
good season this year so far.
Shit, he's shit. Okay, but compared to Champions League level Nick Pope, like,
He
come
should be
on.
in above Ramsdale, I think. I think Ramsdale's the one there that doesn't deserve to be there.
He's not first place for sure, but he's definitely second pick. Definitely second pick. Like he starts on the bench for every game for England. He shouldn't be
Mate,
behind Sam Johnston.
It's Southgate though. This is the issue.
Well, I think it's a fair pick. I think
Fine.
he's he's
I don't.
underrated.
The thing is, I don't underrate him, and people I know don't underrate him. But
Yeah,
Southgate, for
I'm
some
the same.
reason, underrates him.
Yeah.
Fine. I've
By the
got
way, this is
Areola.
oh, good shout. Good shout. He's in my FPL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I he is a decent keeper. Like, yeah, he's a good FPL asset, but also he's very good at making saves. He's just a reliable keeper. So I do
I've
like
gone
him pick.
4-3-3 by the way, just
Yeah,
to be
same,
clear.
same. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, right back.
Say
Kieran
your
Tripp.
full.
No, I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm joking. Okay. The full back line.
Yeah. You want to go full back line? Yeah, let's do that.
No, I'd rather do player for player
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's easy to compare.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. Fine.
Right back, I've gone Kufal for West Ham.
Okay. No, he's
That's
he's
that's
he's good.
that's fine.
He's
He's
quite good.
he's he's criminally underrated, and him and Jared Bowen have a lovely little link up
Yeah,
down that right side. And Bowen's been electric this year, and he was good last year.
yeah.
And a lot of it comes
Mm.
out from that Kofal at the back right, playing him down. But never get to look in because the Premier League have the best right backs in the world. Easily, you got, you know, well, not Trent, but Carl Walker, Reece James, Kieran Trippier,
Reece
all these
James.
guys
You said Reece James.
on his day. Come on, on his day.
Wise words. Nah, I know it's because you don't like him. I like him, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean I rate him, but yeah, too injury prone. So
Okay.
I had two foul or two foul, whatever you say it, in my considerations. I also had Matty Cash in my considerations, but I've
Oh,
decided to settle on Pedro Porro.
he was my second choice. He
Yeah.
was my second
So I've
choice.
gone with Porro because I would have gone with Cash, but because of how well this guy and the whole team is playing with Ange, his role in the
Mm.
team as an attacking fullback, he is very good at that. He scored against us. I remember that. I think he's an important cog in that team because Tottenham were lacking in defense in general, not just fullbacks, but it feels like ever since they got rid of Kyle Walker, they haven't really had a reliable right back, and that's almost 10 years. So
I feel
yeah.
like Matty Cash as well reeks. I think he's shit, to be honest.
Cash, I think, I think, I
Yeah,
think, I think Cash. He played badly against you. I remember that, but he's
yeah.
quite reliable on
Mm.
from
On
game
his
to
day.
game. Yeah,
Okay. My centre back, I've gone Fabian Shah.
me too. Me too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here we
me
go.
too.
Here,
That
let us cook.
that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
This guy with the ball at his feet is actually unreal. He pings some of the most beautiful passes for a centre back that I've seen in the Premier League for a while. He's a ball playing centre back. He's comfortable with it at his feet. He's a beast on the tackle. He's hard as fuck. He's handsome. He's
handsome.
just the only thing is he's getting on a bit. That's the only thing. He's getting a little bit old.
Is he 30?
So yeah, I think he's 30, 31. So
Okay. Nah,
his legs.
as a defender, you can play into your 30s. But yeah, I mean, I put him in because everyone talks about Botman, and it's because when he came in, everything changed. But it's also because Shaw was lacking a good defensive partner. It makes a difference to
Yeah.
have a reliable defensive partner alongside you, and they have qualities that complement each other. But I think Shaw, yeah, he was there in your dark days, but he's always been a good defender. He's always been good
Nah,
with the
but
ball at his feet. It's just
he was
amplified.
he was played. No, he was benched for Kieran Clark.
Yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
my god, Kieran Clark. Okay, so next centre back, Gahey. Grahey.
Good shout
Think
actually. See, that's a decent shout
think
right there.
he's starting to get rated. People are starting to see it, but I just think he's like a really good young talent that needs to be. I think he needs to move first of all into like Chelsea. He'd be quality at Chelsea.
He was at
He'd be
Chelsea.
he should go back.
Nah,
He,
but
he'd be
he's gonna be good because they sold him. That's what they do.
he'd be really good for you, I think, as well. He needs to go to a
Yeah,
top team.
I agree.
So
I agree with that. I'd love him at United. I think.
yeah,
He does. That's actually a good shout. I overlooked him, but he is a very good centre back, important for Crystal Palace. I've gone for someone who is a bit more rated now, but he's been underrated. Last season he was completely underrated. Now he's getting selected for England. I've
Lewis
gone with
Dunk.
I've gone with Lewis Dunk. Yeah.
He was. I wanted to pick him, but I thought he was a bit more rated now.
He is, but over the past 2 years, because I remember it was one Brighton game. I can't remember which one last year. I was just watching, and I was seeing Dunk like the ball in defense playing out, and he's getting pressed, and he just calmly just shuffled it onto his other foot and moved past the attacker. And I was like, when did he have this in his locker? And
Yeah,
he's strong. He's good in the air. He's a good tackler of the ball. So
beast
all of that, like, yeah, I didn't realize he had this. He should be starting for England over Maguire, in my
for
opinion.
sure.
Even with Maguire in form right now, I think Dunk is a better player. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why he's in my team.
Okay. All right. Left back. I'm pretty sure we will have gone for the same bloke here.
Will we?
Rico Henry.
I was going to go with Rico Henry, but I didn't. I
Ooh.
think he's quite good, but he gets exposed a lot in defense. But he is very exciting,
Thing
attacking.
is, I think in the right system, like if he were to replace someone like Zinchenko or something, he could play like really well at like an Arsenal or something who like to
Mm,
get their wing backs involved, or like City. I mean, I'll never sign him, but like I think he has the opportunity to play like even for Newcastle, he could play down the left for us, and he loves to get forward. As
yeah,
long as he
yeah,
works hard, high work rate, as long as he has that, he could be golden. He doesn't need to be the strongest defensively, like we've seen Trent, who is really quite poor defensively actually, and he's still had loads of success at Liverpool with his attacking game. So I feel like he could, and he's quick. He's lightning quick as
yeah.
well.
He is. Now he
It's
is.
great to down somebody like a Salah or something
Mm.
like lovely for that.
I've gone with someone that we know is good. He is a good left back, but how important he's become for his team and how important he is in particularly that attacking phase of play in the middle third of the pitch. I think he's really important there.
Oh God, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot Livramento. He should be at right back for me.
Oh
Okay, I
yeah.
forgot.
Now to be fair, he hasn't
Yeah,
played that many games.
yeah,
So
true.
I'm gonna go. I went with Digne.
Okay, I'm not a fan of that.
Now
I'm not a fan.
now
I think
he's a
he
good.
reeks the house up.
He's a very good crosser of the ball. He's a good set piece taker, and I
Yes,
think
he is.
a lot of Villa's goals this season have come from building up on the left hand side, which is where he is. So I think he's very important to that team, and he's proved that he's good because he's always had the potential. He used to get called up for France. Um, he's got the potential there, and I think that he is a very good left back, and might be a bit of recency bias with this one, to be honest. Um,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shout, to be honest.
but I think he's a good left back. All right,
Okay,
into. I assume you've gone with two holding midfielders and one attacking. Is that what you've done?
I've just gone for like general midfielders.
Okay,
I've not
okay,
actually thought about it like a real team.
okay.
Um, so my first centre mid, I've gone Onana for Everton.
Bit inconsistent, but he on his day he's very good. I think.
On his day, he is really good, and
Yeah,
I hope that Newcastle scavenge that Everton team when those little rats go down. When they go down to
they're
the
not going
Championship,
down. They're not going down.
they will. I
They'll
hope they
survive.
will. Daichi's going to
Onana would
choke.
be unreal. I think everyone will be fighting. United are 100% going for him.
Yeah,
Newcastle, Spurs, these kind of teams.
he's strong. He's a good passer of the ball. Defensively, he's up
Mm,
there.
yeah,
Like he's very, very good, but he just plays in a lackluster. He plays in a team where like there's no imagination in the way they play.
yeah,
He doesn't really have a lot of like ability to create anything and when I watch Everton, I think he's the only one that I look at and he has like aura around him. I feel like you can go somewhere else and you can do really well.
yeah,
Um so yeah, that's my first. I think that's a fair pick.
yeah.
Okay.
I went with Pascal Gross for Brighton. He
Okay.
is he is
Underrated.
he's been there for 6, 7 years. And he's been there through Brighton's whole from the championship all the way. And he's just been there. I mean, when you talk about
Mm.
Brighton in the past few years, you talk about Trossard, now you talk about Mitoma, you talk about all these players are like, oh
Never
look,
get the
Brighton.
name.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Brighton look at all these players, Caicedo, wow, they're so good at scouting, but this guy has been a mainstay in this team and he's always started and he's played on the right, he's played in midfield, he's even played in the
Mm.
like fullback. And his strongest place is in centre midfield. I think he's very strong. He's tall, he's good on the ball. He scores a lot of goals for his position. And I rate him, man. I just think he's really underappreciated. So here are your flowers.
What a nice bloke. Okay.
Uh,
Um for my
next up,
third installment,
here we go.
it's going to be Joe Willock. My
I knew
third
it. I
installment.
knew it. Wallahi, I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
Arsenal were a fool for letting him go. honestly. I don't remember how much we got him for. I think it was under 20 million. It was a loan deal originally, and he cooked on the loan deal. He's just like going forward. He's got such confidence to try and beat a man. Like he'll knock the ball past him and just take him on for pace. Like he's not the quickest in the world, but he can beat a man. His passing is he's like Eddie Howe's morphing him into somebody who can control the game, but also go forward if needs be. His passing's really good. I mean, if you saw, like he's got confidence on confidence. If you saw the Spurs game where we beat them 6-1, and did you see Joe Willock's outside the
Yeah.
boot? That's just like to have the confidence to pull something like that off. It's unreal. I mean, every time he scores a goal, you see him. He goes up to the crowd, knee slides, hits him with the shush. It's just he oozes confidence. I think he could be. He's like 24 or something. He's still really young, I think. So he has the potential to be going on and playing for England eventually, which I think he can do. And I really like him. I much prefer him over Longstaff, but Longstaff does the dirty work that some players necessarily don't do. Don't worry, I've not got Sean Longstaff in this team. Just to be clear, that was my last
Good. No,
Newcastle player.
I knew you'd have Willock. I was gonna put Willock in, but I knew you would put him in. So
Yeah,
that's
fair.
that's fine. I've gone with someone now who everyone knows is good, but the slander I've seen on this guy this season, I don't think it's fair. I don't think he warrants any of this abuse. I think the team sucks, even though they've got some good results recently. This Chelsea team, they have some stars in this team, and I I've gone with Enzo Fernandez because I think he's.
Okay, okay.
I wasn't gonna say Caicedo. I'm not an
I
idiot.
thought you were going to say Caicedo.
No,
Okay.
no, no. I've gone with Enzo Fernandez because even if Chelsea are getting slapped, like he came to Old Trafford last season, we beat them 4-1. We were slapping them, but he was still probably the best on the ball player on the pitch. Make
Mm.
it make sense to me. Yeah, this guy has actually got so much potential, and I really hope he doesn't waste any of his. If Chelsea rebuild for the next 2-3 years, I hope he leaves because he shouldn't be wasting these development years in a rebuilder project. This guy is one of the best, most technically gifted players in the league. I think.
He's got the name, he's got the look,
Yeah,
and he's got the ability to back it up.
it's
So,
true.
are Chelsea going to choke another talent?
Almost
Or
definitely.
yeah, let's be honest. Okay. My last midfielder is Souček.
See, I was gonna go with Suchek previously, but I feel like everyone rates him now, so I didn't. But
It's
I see
just
where you're coming from.
I feel like there's a lot of West Ham players that are criminally
Yeah.
underrated.
Yep.
And he again is somebody that I look at and I think you are just so calm on the ball. You have so much like his what I think goes underrated is his actual IQ. Like he understands the game very well. You see him; he's always looking around, always making sure he's free, available in space. He's very like smart in a
Yeah.
sense. We say he's got IQ and like ball IQ.
Yeah.
Um, he's very high up there, and his numbers like don't lie. Like he has a very high pass success rate. He's got like the second best pass through balls completed in the league or something like that, or through passes completed in the league, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But also his performances in the thingy, not the Premier League, I always forget the name for it, the Europa.
Oh, the Europa
No.
Conference.
Europa, yes, the conference. Yes,
Yeah.
he performed like I think I watched the final and I just thought, oh god, I would love to sign 2 or 3 players from this team and get them over at Newcastle. Because also he works hard. He's a hard-working player. He does dirty work. He's happy to take people on. He's happy to just sit back, read the game. He can do a lot, and I think some players go criminally underrated in that West Ham squad because they're West Ham. You know, I just think that's my take, if you will.
Interesting. I do think that. I think he's a very important player, and he used to play as a holding midfielder, but just in the
Yeah.
last game when he scored the winner. He was playing in the 10, so he's versatile. He's always
Yeah,
a
he can
threat
do it
in.
all.
Yeah, he's a threat in the air. He's crazy. The amount of goals he used to score from corners. Yeah, I can back that. I can respect that because I was gonna do that, but I did make a change because I didn't back myself. But I've gone with my last midfielder is an attacking midfielder. I've gone with Eze from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I was gonna put him in. I was gonna put him in.
He's a
He's
baller,
not.
man.
It's not underrated though, is he? He's not
He
underrated.
is, man. He should. The thing is, right? He's a very Crystal Palace sort of player. He's Zaha's like for like replacement.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
genuinely.
if he does reach anywhere near the level of Zaha, he should do what Zaha didn't do, and I think go to a bigger team. I mean, I know Zaha was at United, but he was only a year. He was
Mm.
like 19, so I think Eze, if he continues on this same upward trajectory, go to a bigger team. Like I don't, there are certain attacking midfielders that have this flair that a lot of teams nowadays don't like. Like if you look at the City team, you're like, who in that team's got flair apart from Doku? There's no one.
Yeah.
Grealish used to
Yeah.
have flair, but he's
But
been like
he's been droned into being a pass back merchant. I think
exactly,
he's sort of been droned into the Pep style of play.
exactly.
Just mentioning Eze, there is a player who I know for a fact is going to come to the Premier League, and I know for a fact he's going to cook. You reminded me of him just because they have they sort of look the same. um,
Okay,
Leicester's left winger, I think his name is Mavididi.
okay,
He is unreal.
yeah.
He's so good. Let me make sure that it is Mavididi. Um, he is like ASM, but can actually has an end product. Mavididi. Let's have a look. Yes, Steffi Mavididi. He's 25. Is this the guy? 3 goals, 3 assists. He's got flair. Like he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ASM levels quick, and he's like very, very. He actually passes the ball unlike ASM. But yeah, I just thought
All
I'd
right.
mention that.
Scouting.
Mavididi, and then there's a right winger as well that plays for Leicester. I don't know his name. He's not as good. It's mainly the left winger, Mavididi.
Okay. Remember the
But yeah,
name?
that's just
Let's see.
remember
If
the
he
name.
actually cooks next season, this guy is gonna be on here
Yeah,
screaming.
for sure.
I knew it. I knew it. But okay,
Right. Is it
let's
me?
go.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's go to
Okay.
our front three. You gonna go left to right or right to left?
I'm
Go
going
left.
left wing first.
And here we go.
Okay. Now this might be. You might think straight away, Ben, that player is not underrated. But I read a stat this week that made me think, wow, I do underrate this player. I call him shit all the time. He's the one, the only. It's Raheem Sterling.
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy. Then let me tell you the stat first of all. First of all, he ran the game against City. He was unreal against City. Played really well. Um, he is for Pep Guardiola, right? Pep Guardiola's third ever top scorer
Hmm.
and third ever top assister.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think, wow, like how Chelsea have ruined this guy. like he's playing better now than he was under like Potter when he was there with Potter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, oh my god, he just looks like I actually had to go back and look at his stats when he was at City, and it was like I actually couldn't believe it. Like I thought I was like I don't know how I'd forgotten
Yeah.
about how good this guy was when he was. I mean, obviously we know how good he has been for England. He's obviously England's best left winger. When he was at City, 30 games, 13 goals, 5 assists. The season before that, 10 goals, 7 assists. The season before that, 20 goals, 1 assist. The season before that, 17 goals, 10 assists. The season before that, 18 goals, 11
Yeah, and that's
assists.
just in the league. That's just in the
Yeah,
league. Like one of
it's
those
strangers.
seasons was 30 plus. He had 3 seasons in a row of 20 plus goals. For a winger, that is great. His output was insane. I remember it
Yeah,
used to feel like he scored every week. He worked in
yeah,
that system, but maybe Guardiola saw that he was coming to the end of that period and he sold him.
mm,
But I do think he is underrated because of how many goals he scored. And as a player in the league, he is one of the lead. I can't remember the exact number, but he's one of the leading scorers of all time, like among all the players in
yeah.
the league right now.
It doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, he's
Um, yeah,
He's got his part to play, man. Like I'm with you on that though. I call him shit because like he looks weird when he runs and stuff. But like, bro, when he's in the box, that good, he doesn't miss. Like his finishing is very good. His positional play as well.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah, 4 goals in 12 games for Chelsea this season so far in the league. That
mm,
what 1 goal every 3 games. That's pretty good.
yeah. It
That's
could be
ideal for a
better, but
winger.
also Chelsea have been bad this year. Have to remember
Yeah,
how bad they've played in some games.
yeah. No,
Him
I think
included.
it's
To be
good.
fair, he's not been great this season, but I think he's criminally underrated
Yeah,
as a player.
he's disrespected. He's disrespected.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, you go.
I've picked someone that I hate. Right wing. Left wing, sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Let me think. Who does Josh hate? On the
I
left wing.
I do
Oh,
not I do not like
Arsenal
him.
player.
No, no. I do not like
Oh,
him, but
Diaz.
I rate him. No, Diaz is good. Like, I think people know Diaz is good. This guy is good. He's clutch. He he's a twat. He's a rat. It's Anthony Gordon.
Oh, Anthony Gordon. Let him cook. Okay.
Listen, right.
How I forgot about Anthony Gordon.
I do
Shit.
not
I
like
couldn't
this
have
guy
4
at
Newcastle
all.
players. I couldn't
Yeah,
have 4.
that's true. People do not like him or do not rate him. I don't like him, but I'm starting every time I watch him play, or even if I don't watch him play and I hear or I see the stats, he's developing. He's becoming he plays in the false nine for you when he needs to. He's quick. He's got a lot of energy. His finishing isn't bad. I know the goal against Arsenal was a tap in, but those moments, they can affect your whole season. And he was there, the right place at the right time to tap the ball
Yeah.
in.
Scored
It,
against Chelsea as well.
yeah, exactly. He scored a few important goals for you guys, and
Liverpool. Oh,
yeah,
Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool.
yeah,
Holy shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, you didn't win. But the thing, he still scored. He got taken off, which I didn't understand. I remember watching that game, and I was like, so this is what Eddie Howe saw in Gordon. Because before that, I was like,
Yeah.
they give him the number 10,
Bro, it
and you
was
signed.
it was in it was in the documentary. They
Yeah, yeah,
gave
yeah.
a whole episode to just about how they thought Anthony Gordon was going to be the next like top player for us. It was crazy, but like he suits Eddie Howe's hard working style because
Yeah.
he loves to run, and when he gets the ball, he loves to come inside into the midfield and then play a through pass. Like he's dynamic as a
Mhm.
winger for sure. He can beat a man, but he can also play the role that Grealish does, where he cuts back, tries to play the ball in, get him behind. He can do a lot. It's just right now he's having to be substituted a bit early because we need him for other games. We
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
have him
yeah.
playing a few minutes, so that's just how it is.
Yeah. No, I like him, man. I mean, I like the way he plays. Do not like him.
Mm. Got him in the FPL, to be fair.
Dude, he always back. That's the thing, that's why he's here. He always gets me points.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay. All right. Striker. This one was tough.
really.
And
Okay.
yeah, this one was tough because there's a lot of shit number nines in this league. And there's like a big gap. It's like shit number nines and then number nines that everyone rates. I've put in Dominic Solanke at number 9.
Okay.
I just think that
Okay.
he cooked against us. That was pretty obvious, you know. I think he has like he has the confidence in front of goal. He plays in a really poor Bournemouth side. Um, he doesn't really, have like I said with Suchek. He doesn't. Sorry, Onana. He doesn't have any freedom in a tactical sense like that. To do much. Bournemouth are a very sit back, kind of take a beating like a good dog club. But they just didn't play like that against us, and they came out, and when he has the ability to be played through or to be put on the end of a cross, he's dangerous. Like for sure, he's dangerous. He's currently a goal every other game in the Premier League right now. He's a 12 games, 6 goals.
Yeah.
So he's having he's having the season of his life right now, because I think last season he only got 6 goals.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me check.
he's equaled his
Yeah,
talent. Yeah.
7 assists last season. So he was even like he was supporting other players. He's the number 9. He's the one that needs to be bagging the goals. He's the goal scorer.
Yeah.
So I think he showed what he can do against us. Annoyingly against us. And
It's a good shout, to
yeah,
be
I think
fair.
he's good. He's not top level at all by any means, but he's Callum Wilson level, I think.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mhm.
I've gone with someone who I've sang the praises of this guy in this podcast so many times. Had him in my top 10 strikers in the Premier League as well. Awoniyi.
Rasmus Hoyland. Oh,
No,
okay.
Hoyland hasn't scored yet. I can't put Hoyland in.
Yeah, you
I
would not.
cannot. Awoniyi is a he's a version of Didier Drogba.
Yeah,
A
okay.
worse, a lot worse version, obviously. Like, but the build, the way he plays, is that aggression that I don't think any other number 9 in the league. Okay, maybe Haaland has that in the way he runs and he's gonna maraud through. I don't think anyone else really has that. But yeah, I love Awoniyi, man. This guy is quick, he's strong, he has head on the ball. His
Mm,
finishing is very, very clinical. Like his shot conversion rate is very good. And that's what you need in a side like Nottingham Forest. You need your strikers to be firing in all cylinders because you don't know how many chances you're going to get in the game. But he fits very well into that team. He's got Morgan Gibbs White behind him, who I rate as well. And Elanga on the wing. Obviously, shout out to Elanga. But yeah, he's really good, and I think he'd do a job for like a lot of the top half Premier League teams as well. But I think he needs to have one more good season. One more good season, scoring the same amount or to the same level that he did last season. Because his goal to game ratio was crazy last year. But
mm.
yeah, that's my guy. I like him.
Shout. Fair enough.
Final player.
Okay. This one, if we don't have the same player, there's going to be problems.
Okay.
Okay. My right winger is Jared Bowen.
Okay.
This man is criminally underrated. He's the most underrated player on my team, easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's top 5 wingers in the league right now for this league, like
Yeah.
this season,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now. He's 12 games, 8 goals, 1 assist. He is a goal every 135 minutes. He does it in the Conference League, so he can do it domestically.
Yeah.
He because his name is Jared Bowen and he's like short, ugly, and like white.
I would
I
say he's
think people
ugly. The people look uglier than him.
yeah, I think people just look at him and think, oh, you're just like a Burnley type winger, just kind of like Ryan Fraser, go away. And I think he's actually like top quality.
Yeah.
Like he's having
Yeah.
a really good season this season. Um, I mean, 8 goals in 12 games for a winger is like, that's how you think you'd be describing like Rashford and Salah, and like that's how you think you should be describing these top players. And did he get selected in the England squad?
He did. He did.
He did. Okay, I just had to make sure, which is good because he 100% should
He
be
did,
there.
but I don't think he played against Malta.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I watched. By the way, terrible game, awful to
Yeah,
watch,
I heard about
so
that.
bad.
Dreadful.
Um,
But yeah, no, I hear you. I was gonna put him in, but who I put in?
oh no.
Listen, right. I know he's had a bad start to his career, at Man United, but I think he's
I
gonna
don't know.
come. No, I'm just.
No, you know what? Because I was gonna
I'm
go
just
through.
kidding. I'm just
I
kidding.
know,
I've
I
got
know.
Jared Bowen.
Okay, because I was gonna go. I was gonna say we've had no Man United players, and we're getting to the right wing spot, and I was praying that you didn't have the moronacy, if that's a word,
No.
put him
Nah,
in.
nah.
Oh,
Of course not. Of course not. I want him gone. I want him gone in January if possible. I want him gone tomorrow if possible. If you can rip up his contract, that'd be great.
he is more of a rat than Anthony Gordon, easily.
No, he's not even a rat. Don't even. He's a twat. Like I just don't like this guy. You know, he's shit at football as well. Like Anthony Gordon, at least he scores goals. Like Anthony, just what does he do?
The
Picks his
shit
nose.
doesn't
Picks
even
his
have
nose.
the Gordon bit. It's just Anthony.
Yeah, he's like,
Nerd.
no H as well in his name. Like, well, who do you think you are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro can't spell.
Well, there you go. I think that's pretty good. We've agreed mostly on those. That's fair. You know, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, the only one I disagree with is Gross. I think he's pre-rated.
I don't know. I
Um,
feel like a lot of people because when you like people when they talk about Brighton, no one really talks about Gross. That's why I put him
there's no
in. Still think
there's
it's
no
good though.
stinkers in there though. There's no stinkers for sure.
Nah, it's no stinkers. That's
Okay,
good
okay.
ball knowledge. Good
There you
ball
go.
knowledge. Good ball knowledge.
Okay. Bruh.
Really good ball knowledge to be fair. But
Do you remember on NBA 2K where they go? Oh, it's so funny. Okay, right.
yes. All
Next.
right. So the next list,
Your turn, mate.
I reckon we will say our 10 to 5. Oh, not 10 to 5. Yeah, 10 to 6.
I think going player for player is better.
Well,
I
because
think going player.
we can't. It's gonna be too long of an episode. We need to speed it up a bit.
Okay,
I
okay.
think 10 to 5, 10 to 6 should be fine. I don't think there'll
10
be
to 6.
any. So
And
I'll
10
say
to 6, then we'll go.
then
Hold
we'll
on,
go
10
player by player for the
go player
5.
for player. Okay, yeah.
All right. So for 10, I've got McAllister. 9, I've got 9. I've got Eze. 8, I've got Gibbs White from Forest.
I didn't make this prem, by the way.
What did you do? Did you do this Champions League?
I did it just worldwide because you didn't specifically say prem.
That's what I did. Did I not?
You didn't. No,
Oh, okay.
no. Oh, Gibbs White. God,
Gibbs
he's
White
shit.
is Gibbs White is sick, man. He's one of the last good flair attacking midfielders. He's really good. Every time I watch him, I'm just entertained. That's more the eye test though. His stats aren't great, but I think he's good. He creates a lot of chances. Um, then I've gone Paqueta and then Odegaard. I didn't want to put
Okay.
Odegaard in there, by the way. He
Oh,
had a really good season last year.
You did put Premier League attacking mids. I missed that. Okay.
All right.
Well,
You can do it off the
my
dome.
list. No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
you know what? All right, join me on the top 5 then. You can do the top 5 in the league, surely.
Yeah, I can do top 5. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's go. Top 5. I'll start. I put Foden.
He's more of a winger.
He plays better in the middle, in my opinion. He plays better in the middle.
I've got okay. Well, number 5. I've got. I'll put him at 5. Oh, you said last this season and last season.
Yeah. So I've gone with him.
All right. Alvarez.
He's a striker.
No, but he's played as a
Okay, you
attacking
know what?
mid,
Yeah, he has.
and he can play attacking mid
Yeah,
as
and he's
well.
played very
Really
well
well.
there. He's played very well
Played behind
there.
Haaland.
I can give you that. That's fine.
I don't know if I want to put Odegaard in the top 5. He's played like shit this season.
Fuck that guy, bro. Don't
I
like
think I
Odegaard.
have to. I think I have to put him in because of last season.
That's why I put him just outside because of how bad he's been this season. Put him
I'll
6th.
put him at 5 and then put Alvarez at 4th.
Okay. At 4th, I got James Madison.
Oh God, I've got to knock somebody out. All right, Odegaard's gone. I'm putting Alvarez at 5th.
Dub. Good.
All right, 4th. I've got James Madison as well.
Yeah. Baller. Good attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
3, I've gone with Bernardo Silva.
Okay, I've gone You've swapped them around, but I've gone for Bruno Fernandes.
At 3. At
Yeah, just because of
3.
this season, he's been atrocious. He's been
He's
shocking this
been
season.
he's been one of our better players, and I know that's not saying a lot,
It's not
but
saying
he
much,
scored
though, is
some.
it?
He scored. Let me think. He scored the winner against Fulham. He scored the winner against Forest. What else
Yeah,
has he
but
done?
think about what you're saying, like Fulham, Forest. Like, come
I'm
on.
no, it's not his
Good.
fault. It's not all his fault. The team sucks, but like he is contributing to it, obviously. But
Yeah.
okay, fine. I don't. I'm not upset. Completely upset at that. Bernardo Silva is a baller,
Bernardo
right?
Silva
At 2.
at 2 for me,
Yeah, I've
obviously.
gone Fernandez at 2, and then I've gone De
And
Bruyne
then
at 1.
De Bruyne.
I just want to
Okay.
say with Fernandez, by the way, you he since the I lost it. No, okay, since the start of 2023 in the Premier League, number 1 in accurate through balls, number 1 in key passes, number 1 in big chances created, and number 1 in successful final third passes. Now there's more, obviously there's more stats, but like that's just do you remember was it a month or two ago? He'd created the most chances in the league. I don't think it still stands anymore. But he created the most chances in the league and we scored like 2 goals or something. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
So
The
it
thing is, he's brought down by the way that his team looks. Like, it looks like but also you have to admit, like, there are some sitters that he's missed.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
made
yeah,
some
yeah.
poor decisions. Like, when he's playing, his morale looks down. He's obviously going to get the captaincy taken away from him soon.
Apparently not though. Apparently with the club, he's very well liked. Like an article came out this week. So like dressing room sources say he's like in the dressing room and in and around the ground and stuff. He's very involved with like charity work and the team, and he's smiling. Just on the pitch, he just apparently just throws drops. That's what it said. But that's just all the Europeans, man. Like Bernardo Silva does it, but it's just because he's like I don't know. He's in that City team. It doesn't really matter because they just win
Okay,
anyway.
well, I'm going to give you my top 10 for the world.
Okay, let me just rattle through them, and I'll give you my thoughts.
Okay. For this season and last season. Okay.
Okay, okay,
10, Odegaard.
okay,
Okay. 9, Dybala.
okay. No, he was good last year.
Yep,
Okay,
last year he cooked.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
he did.
8, Musiala.
Okay, respectable.
7, James Maddison.
Okay,
Okay.
above Musiala. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but okay.
I think Musiala is better outside of Cam. I think he could actually play better as more of a 10, to be honest with you. Like not I know, but like a more of
False
a
nine.
false 9 type of thing. I think he'd be good at.
Okay,
Um, Alvarez 6.
really?
Yeah, I want no because he played behind Haaland
Yeah,
in
no.
in a game against Newcastle. I remember, and he was just running the show. He just
I
looked
see.
so good.
I don't know. All right, okay, keep going.
5th, Bruno Fernandes.
Okay,
This one,
who's he
I think
put?
he had to be mentioned in the list. He had to be mentioned. Lionel Messi.
You count him as a cam.
He's played Cam and he's
Yeah,
played
yeah. He
in the
plays
middle
in
for
that area. That's
Gabriel.
fine. That's fine. Okay. We're at
Number
4.
3,
Okay.
number 3. Yeah, but this year and this year he plays in a shit league. Last year he won the World Cup. So
Okay.
like
And
that's what
fine.
you have to think about. Number 3, Bellingham. Definitely
Okay.
not even
And then
really. Then 2, Bernardo Silva. Number 1, De Bruyne.
I would
I think
the only big objection I have is I'd put Musiala higher. Alvarez is good in the 10, agreed, but he's only been doing it this season. So because of that,
yeah.
I'd put him lower and I'd put Musiala a bit higher.
I try to balance Musiala because he plays in a worse
Yeah,
league, quality league as well. That's why I had
no,
him
it's true.
lower.
Yeah, you know what? Apart from that though, I'm not very mad at that list. I think that's fine. I can
It's all right.
back that. I can back
Okay.
that list. Interesting.
And there
Interesting.
are some players in there that don't necessarily play cam,
Yeah.
or attacking midfield, but have played or can play there.
Or yeah.
So
Okay. Fair. I disagree with that. I think that's pretty good. I want some thoughts on the Everton points deduction, and not what they've done. I want what do you think now? What you think is going to happen to City and Chelsea, and what you want to happen to City and Chelsea. Okay.
cry baby rats. Send them down, mate. Send them down. You break the rules, you deserve to be punished.
Fair.
That's
Yeah.
that's the way
That's
it should be.
that is it.
And the reality is actually that it might actually be harder um to deduct points for Chelsea and City when there's so many different violations. Like you can't just infinitely deduct them points because that's ridiculous. Like they'll never go down to like League One. Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah, of course not. No.
they would never do something stupid like that. Like they can, I think they'll deduct them like 30 points max, like
Yeah.
maximum.
Yeah.
There's no way they ever put them in relegation. It's just not going to happen. But it, the thing is, I see a lot of people complaining and being like, "Oh, but City can get away with it." Like they're not getting away with it. Do you know how long it would take? Like this is one individual like case that has been raised that they've been fined for. There's 116 or 17 for City. Do you think it's just going to get resolved like that? Like it takes time. This is a legal it's a legal process, but it's going to take years to do. It's going to be to at least till the end of next year before we know anything about it, guaranteed.
Yeah. I
For
mean,
Chelsea, it's probably going to be a bit sooner, but I
yeah.
think Chelsea will get punished. I think City will get punished, but not to the extent that people are saying. They'll
Yeah.
just get a big fine and a 30-point max reduction.
Do you think though? I mean, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but there is the possibility of them being stripped of titles because this is from 2013 to
Yeah.
18 or 19. So
I don't like that. If it was something like performance enhancing, like they um if it was something like, oh, they gave their players steroids and that's why they were better than everybody, then I would be like, oh, okay, fair enough.
mm,
But City's recruitment again hasn't necessarily been like insane compared to the amount that Chelsea have spent, United have spent. Like, I don't agree with stripping away titles. I think that's silly because it's still the hard work of the manager and the players that they still play that way.
I
It's not like
yeah, I mean to a level, but they still do spend a lot on transfers. They just bought Gvardiol, for how much did they spend? 90 million. Like
yeah,
they spend a lot, or 70, 80 million. They spend a lot on their players. But the thing is, the difference is it's not talked about much because they work. They spend
yeah.
X amount on a player, they're gonna do well. But they do. So you're saying if they find that like, oh, in this summer they announced a sponsorship deal with this fake company, which is actually a fishing market in Ajman, and they got 100 million from there that went directly into the um purchase of Erling Haaland. So you don't think then that they should get like the title strap? I'm not saying I think that. I don't care because like if they
No,
give us a title, I don't. It doesn't feel good.
yeah. I don't think you should get fake titles like that.
No,
I
I
don't think
think they
they
would
should be
just
stripped away.
they might void it then. But if they do that, I don't think they will.
If they void it, I don't mind. I just don't think you can give second place, like a team that was so vastly second place. I don't think you can give them
Shut up.
a title. No, but even
19.
Liverpool
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Liverpool and Arsenal, like I don't think and obviously Arsenal fans are patrolling Twitter right now, demanding that they get the title stripped off them.
Of course. Yeah.
Imagine my shock. But I don't know. I don't agree with stripping the titles. I just think that if there is something found, it should just be a point deduction and
Okay.
a serious fine, like not
Yeah.
something that's just going to scrape the pockets, like seriously hurt the bank.
Millions and millions. Yeah. I think so.
Yes.
Transfer ban
Exactly.
might be also on the cards. I think that's fair.
And Champions League ban. And Champions League ban.
And transfer ban. A transfer ban would be great. I'd
Both.
love to see
Both.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the bans will hit harder than anything financial. So
Yeah.
let
For
let,
sure.
let let's hope. Let's see what happens in the next few months. So I've got one more topic for you. Then we'll do couple of predictions. But what I want to know is from now until the new year, what does your team need to do for you to be confident starting 2024? Now,
Then,
you have a lot.
okay.
You have a lot of games. Like I'm scrolling,
Yeah.
and you've got a lot because you're still in the Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup. Yeah.
And the Champions League, obviously. So you got Chelsea
League.
in the league. Oh, Chelsea in the league. Oh, and then you got
Yeah.
PSG away. Then you got us. Then you got Everton. Then you got Spurs. And then you got AC
Cool.
Milan. And then Fulham. And then Chelsea in the Carabao. Then Luton and Forest. So it looks like the harder fixtures are going to be from now until AC
November
Milan.
time. End
No,
of November, sorry.
middle of December. AC Milan on the 13th.
Uh,
So you got
okay.
just like 3 weeks of just shit. What do you think? What do you need to do now? Tell me.
Put out a statement saying we will sign players in January. That's what they have to do because right now we're just struck with injury. Like there's not much we can do. To be honest, like we had to play Gordon at 9. Yes, he's played there in the under 21s, but he can't. Like he's not trained there. He's not played there in Premier League games consistently to be good enough. It's like putting Joelinton as your winger. Like he's just never going to play well there or play him up front. So I don't know really what Newcastle can do to give me confidence. Genuinely, I think just for me to have confidence for 2024, I think the best thing that they can do is the board come out and say, we have full support in Eddie Howe and we will be spending money in January. Genuinely,
So
I
you
think that
think
would.
you're about to get screwed basically for the next few weeks?
Oh yeah, yeah. Of
Really?
course, bro. Did you see how we played against Bournemouth?
No.
Oh, bro, it was bad. It
I
was a
mean, yeah,
beating.
Solanke scored twice, so can't have
It was
been good.
yeah. So
Oh,
I
you got
think that
big games, man. Chelsea,
if we
PSG, United. It's
just
pretty bro.
hope to draw against Chelsea because they cooked against City.
You're at home though. You're at home for
Break
us
that
and Chelsea.
chinless rat Cole Palmer's legs. Break them. Um, and then I mean, I have no hope for Champions League to be honest. Just as a realist over anything. There's really no hope that I have for getting out of the group. Even getting Europa, I don't really have much hope. I think sack off the Champions League and just we had that night in Newcastle against PSG. It was amazing. We had an amazing night in Milan. We can go back next year and have a better run at it. We have a less challenging group, hopefully.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think we could write it off and just say, okay, we had that moment will last,
Yeah.
and focus on things that are more realistic, like staying in the top 8 of the Prem and possibly pushing for a Carabao Cup final, but I doubt it.
Fair. Fair enough. Realistic, pragmatic.
Yeah.
I think for United, I think we need to try and at least come close to qualifying for the next round of the Champions League. You got Galatasaray away, and then you got Bayern at home. And at that point, Bayern at home, yeah, it's Bayern Munich, but they've qualified. So you've got a
Mm.
team with nothing to play for and a team with everything to play for. We need to go to Galatasaray and get a win, and we need to fight against Bayern. That's all I want to see. I just want to see some fight. And then we got Everton, Newcastle, and back-to-back away games in the Premier League. We need to try and pick up points. I think drawing with Newcastle would be fine, beating Everton. But the game that sticks out to me most in the league is we play Liverpool the week before Christmas in
Ooh.
Anfield. So this team needs to go there and just not get embarrassed. That's it. If you lose 2 or 3-0, fine. That's okay. It's okay, but if you lose 7-0 again, I'm never watching football ever again. I cannot take it again. Can't do it. I've watched a 5-0 and a 7-0 in the space of 1.5 years. I'm not watching another slapping from Liverpool. I hate them. I hate those scouse rats, right? So
Harvey
this
Elliott. I hope Harvey Elliott dies in a fire. This guy is so annoying, man.
Oh my
Oh,
days. He is irritating, man. Because just for context, guys, I sent Ben a video of Elliot in an under 19 England game, and he's like squaring up to this guy, and as soon as the referee separates them, he starts to like be mouthy and chat back to him. So classic. It's like small man syndrome, even though he's not that short, but like he's got that vibe. But yeah, that's what I want. I need United to show some fight for the Champions League, get some results in the league, and not lose 7-0 to Liverpool, basically. So yeah, the last bit, just a couple predictions, just to round off the episode. You got City Liverpool. That who's winning that crunch game at Etihad?
City are gonna cook them.
Really?
Nah,
You think?
it's just gonna be like a 2-1, 3-1.
Yeah. I see a
Yeah.
3-2. I see a really entertaining game. I think.
Okay.
I think
I have
3-2.
no objections to that.
Newcastle Chelsea at 3 o'clock.
By the way, how can you put McAllister in your top 10 of
Oh, I genuinely
that's
just couldn't think of a 10. I couldn't put anyone there. It's just because
he's
it's because
played,
he played well last season. That's why I put him in there for Brighton. Like he had his role, but
he's played 5 games for them this year.
yeah, this year I'm talking about. I put him at 10th because of last year, and this year obviously he hasn't
Nah,
done anything. He was good last
league's
year. Like I wanted McAllister over Mount, so that was
obviously, bro. Who
yeah.
wouldn't? Mount is fucking
But
bad.
yeah. Anyway, Newcastle versus Chelsea at St
Um,
James's Park.
draw. Hope for a 1-1 or something. 0-0.
I think you win.
Oh, who's scoring?
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a
Anthony
limb.
Gordon.
I'm gonna say the winning goal comes from a set piece. That's what I think. I
Oh,
think that's your best bet. You've got a very tall team, so yeah.
clip it.
And Everton United. Everton fresh off their point deduction. All the players are gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
This is set for us to lose.
Mm,
I think. I
I
think we
think
win though. I think we win 2-1
away or home.
away.
Away or home.
Away.
Mm, mm. I think you draw 2-2.
I think a draw is the most. I think a draw, but I want a win. That's just how it works.
Obviously. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's everything. That's everything pretty much. And yeah, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Um, me and Ben are always out here, best friends with Theo Baker. Thanks for listening, Theo. I know you're here somewhere. Um,
Shout out to Lewis Bowden as well. My
and
guy.
Raven Thomas Garrett. Yeah.
Well,
Well, thanks for listening and watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, leave us a rating, all that good stuff. And yeah, see you next week in a bit.